Welcome back. I am Collins Trott, Child Development Faculty on the Wallace Community College Dothan campus. In this episode, we are going to be learning about using documentation and assessment to communicate with families. From the moment a child walks into their classroom, they are learning. They are learning from their peers, their teachers, their families, and through their own trial, errors, and explorations. How can we best communicate what children are learning to their families in a respectful and reassuring manner? How can we convey that a child's academic progress is just one aspect as we strive to develop the whole child? In this episode, we will discuss how intentional teachers use documentation and assessment to effectively communicate with families and how to demonstrate how we connect observation, documentation, and assessment all together to provide quality learning experiences for the children and families that we serve, and that there is value in everything we do as intentional teachers. In this episode, we will focus on the following objectives. 1. Describe methods to document data. 2. Explain the purpose for assessing children. And 3. Summarize why to have family conferences after assessment. So join me, Ms. Trott, as we learn all about using documentation and assessment to communicate with families. Everything that is posted on your classroom walls should communicate a message. Documentation boards help us to convey important messages. A central message that I believe to be most important is that children learn through play. When parents drop off and pick up their child, they may see their child playing with blocks, puzzles, Play-Doh, or in the dramatic play area with their peers. Many parents like to see some type of tangible evidence, for example, a finished worksheet or a completed art project, to know that teaching and learning are happening. Thus, it is necessary for us as intentional teachers to convey the importance of play through formal documentation. Documentation boards use observation and assessment to illustrate a child's process of learning. When used effectively, documentation boards highlight the purpose of an activity and record the milestones that have been mastered. In order for parents to truly understand that children learn through play, documentation boards should include work samples or photos that highlight what the child did during the activity, along with several quotes to highlight the child's thought process. Boards provide clear evidence as to what children are learning throughout the school year in each of the developmental domains: physical, cognitive, social, emotional, and language. A popular form of documentation boards are portfolios. Many programs use a portfolio system to record and store information about each child's learning, growth, and development. Using both formal and informal observations, teachers begin collecting evidence within the first month of a child starting school. Throughout the school year, intentional teachers collect numerous work samples, anecdotal notes, learning stories, checklists, and frequency counts. And it is necessary to safely secure everything in an organized manner. A portfolio helps teachers store observation notes, pieces of art, photos that are intended to capture and highlight a child's individual strengths, interests, and abilities. Portfolios record and track a child's development. More specifically, a portfolio tells a unique story of each child's individual progress over time. Although portfolios are not designed to be an assessment tool, portfolios can be shared with families during a conference to show evidence of a child's learning throughout the school year. Portfolios hold authentic samples and highlight a child's capabilities, achievements, and progress. Having both a formal assessment and authentic work samples provides teachers and families a clear picture of the whole child's development. Assessment is a systematic process which allows for understanding a child's competencies. Every child in your class needs to be assessed. To properly assess children, we use observations and documentation to determine a child's abilities, interests, strengths, and areas of development that may need additional support. The information gathered during observation guides the classroom routines, curriculum, planning, and implementation to ensure quality care. Over time, assessments record a child's learning, growth, development, and social behavior. Assessment also provides an opportunity to share information with families that will build a bridge from school to home. Let's take a closer look at how we might use assessment in early childhood education. First, assessment is used to inform instruction and to guide teachers as they plan curriculum. With each observation, a teacher can assess children's strengths and capabilities to determine an individualized plan of action with just the right balance of independence and group activities across all areas of development. Second, assessment is designed for accountability and program evaluation. Assessment provides information that is needed to evaluate program practices and to inform program policies. Third, assessments are used to support school and family partnerships. Assessment helps teachers communicate important milestones in a child's development to families. More importantly, when teachers share their assessments with families, there is an opportunity for teachers and parents to work together to support children as they grow. Additionally, families have valuable insights that they can contribute when assessing a child's needs. In this way, parents and teachers collaborate to better understand what needs to happen in the curriculum or at home to support the child's learning and growth. Once assessments have been completed, it is time to meet with a child's family. The purpose of the conference is to share information about the child and to build a vital partnership with the child's family. By including parents in decision-making about curriculum and assessment, we can encourage support areas development outside of the classroom. Now, let's review what we've learned. Intentional teachers use documentation and assessment to effectively communicate with families. We connect observation, documentation, and assessment all together to provide quality learning experiences for the children and the families that we serve. That wraps us up for this episode. You can learn more about this topic by reviewing the resources posted in your course. As always, if you have any questions, please contact me or your instructor. Thanks for joining me, Miss Trott, as we learn all about using documentation and assessment to communicate with families. See you next time.